Move. Sit down. Sit down. I'm gonna get from leg. It already hurt.
And the Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's man. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
On the ground, it's Peterson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be
what the hell is going on with my team?
Not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
I got people in on me
got
play.
Away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray, and they'll knock him down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Extending the play. Finds his man. It's McCray. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
The defense was not fooled. 3rd and 1 situation, everybody in the stadium expecting run. The offense trying to get a little cute, trying to take a shot, and it blows up in their face. Nice job by the defense.
Throws into the middle of the field. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down.
Yeah, they kind of bad too. Yeah, I like
the play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Fights off a defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quarterback moving. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
You ain't antagonized him, bro.
Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback. And
y'all don't start it.
You know, in harm's way.
Y'all want to do that, y'all go outside.
Throw into the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They're bringing heat. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Oh, it's out. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Racing to the right. He's at the 10.
They got to find a way to do it so you done.
Not content to get the
fumble,
they scored with the fumble. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes
they gonna make me
7-0.
play in black uniform top win.
That
Wow.
was a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, work with it, and they don't stop you until the man starts playing. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to pass. It's Reed. He lobs one high down the left side.
What the fuck was that, bro?
And the offense makes the tackle in
That's
frustration
ridiculous.
after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his spot. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. On the run, still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's caught inside the 20. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
Buys a little time. Grab behind the line. It's McCray. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. To throw, it's Young. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fielded in the end, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Maybe some nerves on that return.
I don't have to be so obvious.
They'll retain possession. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be
And he breaks into the open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Deep shot for the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He lets one fly deep. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made.
The phone call it through.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole where you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Hello? Hello,
Hello,
can you hear me?
Yeah, who's calling?
This is Kendrick. I'm calling. I'm looking for a contract. I need someone to paint my nursery. Remodel my nursery for my baby's son. And my wife's got your number. And could I ask who this is, by the way?
Yeah, where do you live?
I live over. I have to send you my address. I need an estimate.
Yeah. Can you send me the address? Because I don't have.
No, but what? Can I get a name before I send you my address? Because it's kind of personal.
Hmm?
Can I get a name before I send you my address? Because it's kind of personal.
Yeah, it's Francisco.
Francisco. Okay. Let me get you my address. Francisco.
What area do you live?
I live in Cyprus.
Cyprus.
Yes.
Oh.
Yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
In halftime,
My address is 7.
But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the
Yes,
offensive
I'll
line.
send a text one.
Let these guys take this thing
Do
over.
you have
Be
a
physical
day
and push
that
this
you're free
defense
so you can
around.
come by? So I know when you're coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be this Saturday,
This Saturday.
Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21.
but no time.
Okay.
He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw
I'm
and
out
catch.
the door
He's
when I get
down
off the
to
phone
5.
with you. I'm gonna send it to you when I got the phone.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key
All
on
right.
here if you're on
Bet,
defense
y'all.
to try and slow them down.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw it Young. Got it. He gets it in.
Let me come back. Let me handle this real quick so I don't get in trouble with my goddamn wife. I'm coming back, y'all. Sorry about that on YouTube. I'm gonna get right back on. Let me send this information real quick. Francisco. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Stopped after making the catch. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Cougars are on the move.
Oh, damn. I'm going to be on the field a little bit. You're already tired.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense.
Offensive line real good.
Focused in on this running back and this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Turn up.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Getting some heat.
Come on. I need that.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Reed.
P.I., bro. Fuck.
Double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. The tag.
That shit's fucked, bro.
Touchdown, BYU. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Arkansas State, 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Manning. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. BYU 6, Arkansas State 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Reed. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
And the Red Wolves will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. BYU right back to the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Feeling some heat. He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, the offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing them down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble for the wide receiver.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. At the 35, he's open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. snagged in the middle. It's Webster. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Bulls! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
If they split the uprights, they'll take the lead here late in the first half. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the option. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime.
With the score, Arkansas State 7, BYU 6.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half.
So disappointed.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Red Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The option look. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the ref.
Arkansas State 10, BYU 6.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Final play of the quarter coming. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas State 10, BYU 6.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they're able to get him on the ground. BYU lines up quickly. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Coming after it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Back to pass, it's Jordan. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Working the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's London. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Touchdown, BYU! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments right before the half. And in the fourth quarter late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You've got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. To the air, it's Reed. Moving out of the pocket. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On second down, he'll fire. Looking left. He makes a catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the ball is picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Choke. Choke orders.
The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Oh my goodness, NCAA. Damn.
The offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
He really didn't do nothing to me. I beat my fucking self. That's crazy. Oh, good shit. Long day, bro.
NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start.
Time went away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Cooper. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now they'll run the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll throw it. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of...
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what the...
Just steamrolling the defense. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you feel pretty good about the quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Cooper. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the chains for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football.
And it's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here today.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they will make it
down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He's got it. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Reed. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass of your own defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose
What y'all stop politicking, bro? This shit getting on my nerves. Whoa.
It always seems like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds.
Every time I get down there, they do some fucked up shit.
Slow motion, like, you gotta get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. take it to the house. Touchdown, NC State.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
On to attempt the try.
Is on for the extra point.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs management. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's McMillan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He wants to throw it again. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of play.
No time, shit. Man, switch this shit out all day. Something about the white uniform, man. I don't know. A shot, really. That's the first time I seen the Tulane card. It was real high. He a good football player.
NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And here's the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Getting some heat. And the pass is intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really
Hey,
good
give me
about
a
having
kick
a
for it,
short-term
huh?
memory and just
Oh, my
turn the
bad,
page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Runs through a tackle. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Gets rid of it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Back to pass, it's Jordan. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. He chucks one out to the right. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, there's the trust.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. A strike downfield. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Buying some time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Quick strike complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set. First down. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
That's a good play. Come on, man, let me challenge you.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
What's the heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
To the air, it's Jordan. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes the catch.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback and they find them and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking for room. It's Browning. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. The quick out. Oh, better look out. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that...
Can anyone catch him? Quarterback gets past the marker. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know that...
Fires into traffic, picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have 6.
And the defense got him at the 27. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man, or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run cleanly.
On first down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got out of trouble and throws. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking for his man in the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, looking again to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
On third down, going up top. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. The Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. North Carolina State has it back in the offense heading to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Give to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DB.
And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Pulls and fires complete. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And that one will give them the lead.
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
Y'all did some every quarter.
Some players
Also give him some easy throws.
Can't get no easier than that, bro.
This offense has a second down play.
They give him a chance.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll try the run. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
To the air, it's Reed. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Just ran him over. Tackled immediately after the catch. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Quick step and go. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Brown has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Right back to the well. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking
always
for his
do.
man right at the goal line.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Quick toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Dances away to buy time. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, they get a big play right there, and they've got a quarterback now who has been in a lot of 2-minute situations. They drill this all the time in practice. He's the leader. He's the guy that can win this game. It's going to come down to him understanding when to clock the ball, how to throw the ball and get it out of bounds to put themselves in a position to win.
Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
Now 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Quick completion on the out. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Browning. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
We've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Here's the handoff. Just buried it. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
SCG. It didn't work out that way.
The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Could have
There's
been a 2.
so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make
good,
sure
bro?
there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great position facing a 3rd and long.
Get to my phone.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Got his man on the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Texas 3, NC State 0.
second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. 8th play of the drive coming up. On second down, wants to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that. There are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
They'll run play action. Fires to the end zone. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
On the option. He'll toss it. Fighting off the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, your running back, he gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
The run from the shotgun. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. NC State quick to the line. On the option. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's golden. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Might be looking to run. Still on his feet at the 45. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to pass. It's Ward. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, looking to throw. Snares it outside. It's Cephas. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To throw, it's Ward. Finds his back in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do...
Touchdown, NC State! And the route is on.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Texas.
Coming out with it, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Now it's second and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the pummeling has started. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dialing up a second down pass play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters.
NC State 35, Texas 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. The option look. He'll pitch it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Now the toss. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A 3rd and long coming up here. He'll do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Well, jet sweep pass. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Now on the option. Oh, ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Reed. Forced out of the pocket. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And
throws toward the end zone. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hmm.